Okay, trying out this free game of the month, the Stanley Parable. Do I want subtitles? Or do I want to see if I can just... No, I should have I'm going to have subtitles. I'm going to see what... Although this would be interesting. And have you played the Stanley Parable before? No. See, the thing about these sliders, adjusting them to the computer is very barely visible. I'm doing it. I'm going to do it the way... Oh, what time is it? I'm not actually sure what time it is. Let's take a look. Well, where is my super phone? Where is my super phone? The phone that tells me everything. It tells me the time. It's 9:37. All right. 9:37. Wait, how do I go AM or PM? There we go. 9. I just feel like it's no. Now it's 9:38. I had a feeling. Note: accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. I'm not sure where my phone. Okay, here we go. Begin the game, I guess.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a
I have to
monitor on
pee.
his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I guess that's me. Is there a pause button? Can I pause? There we go. Great. Pausing for poop. All right. Return of the Mac. All right. No orders. What controls do I have? Oh. What is it? I mean, okay, the right triggers don't seem to do anything. I mean, that's just this square doesn't do anything, triangle doesn't do anything, circle doesn't do anything. X sounds like a keyboard. Okay, that seems random. Yeah, something that just hits a keyboard. And then the right triggers, or the left triggers. Crouch. L3 and R3 don't do anything. Touchpad doesn't do much. So, yeah, alright. I hate Mondays. What time is it? 11:20. Okay. Interesting. 4:27. Can I? Oh, okay. So X is the action button, but the only action I was doing in that room is typing. Okay. Fascinating.
All of his co-workers were
Oh.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh. Oh no, why did I do that? Oh, I didn't think I could interact with that. Okay. Well, now that's unfortunate. Okay, well, whatever that was, for however long that was, I gotta slow down. Okay, hold on. Can I read what that is? How to use help. Oh. I don't know why I crouched for that. That's actually easier to read standing up. Not sure. Be my Valentine. Oh yeah, I don't. Okay, I just because I can crouch doesn't mean. Oh. Surname access. But it feels cool. No, it doesn't. Maybe. Huh. Keep dry. Hey, no, but let me in
Stanley
though.
went around touching
No.
every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh, well. Fine then. Fine then. I guess I'll just stop touching everything and just move forward. No, you don't tell me what to do. You don't narrator voice. You don't tell me how to exist. I live.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This fucking game, it's like it instantly felt me be like, fuck you, don't tell me what to do, and then be like, so what are you gonna do? Are you gonna do what I tell you to do, or are you gonna fucking rebel, huh? This is so frustrating. This is so frustrating. Oh my gosh, my desire to see what happens when I do all the things versus my desire to be like, nah, fuck that, I do what I want. But then now what is it that I want? Do I only want to go through the right door? To put a middle finger to the guy telling me to go through the left door? Which is just like a fuck you to authority kind of thing. Like, I have my autonomy. Or is this... I'm going through the left door. Going through the left door. You better not make a narration about the fact that I followed orders. Oh, I'm gonna be so annoyed if I hear it.
Yet there was not a single person here.
Oh.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
That makes me feel better.
to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, how to solve a dispute with a coworker. Fascinating. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out on passive aggression. Oh, wait. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic as a header and throw some bevel on the text. This will ensure a calm, productive work environment. Everyone is unique. Well, not most of all. It's just unique is an inherent property of existence. Number of slides. And that's charts and slides. Yo, this game's kind of funny. Chasing this. Oh, fascinating. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill this out in triplicate and return to your boss appreciation. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, but more inclined towards conflict, unless you're the kind of person who initiates conflict, what are your dreams? Nature, transcend, plant life, football, pollution, spring break, clear skin, hope, a boat, mitosis. Tips for talk less, do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day with no expectation of... Yo, this is mad funny. Okay, take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers, resent coworkers for not supporting you more, let it ball up inside you. Okay. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Oh yeah. You, most of all. Again, we are all equally unique. We get increasingly more unique the more of us there are. Oh yeah, this one. But it can't be most of all me. It doesn't make sense. It can't be more unique than everybody else. Actually, could I turn the camera on now? I could turn this. I could turn it on for this. Because I could just pop it in the corner. Yeah, I don't... At least I don't think there's going to be any information in that corner. Although, now I'm missing my slides. Can I pause it? Yeah, I can. Let's see here. Camera unavailable. Why is the camera... Oh! Yo. I forgot I unplugged, buddy. What is happening? There it is. There we go. Oh, I'm hungry too. Ooh. Let's get some outside light up in this biznitch. Can I swing it onto your boy? Can we get a little data no? Does that help out? Does that help out? Am I see if this would help if I was here. Interesting. Anyway, all right. Resume the game. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Okay. Wow, I am starving. I think I'm gonna pause. Get food. Yeah, I'm so hungry. Hold on. I'm gonna pause this. Pause this and get food. Can I pause the broadcast? Pause. I can pause. Okay. Pausing the broadcast. To quote a very wise man, hold, please. Okay. I feel better. There's food within me. And we can get back to the game. Okay. We got here bi-quarterly post review. We need Mopless. Wait, what is reviews? We need more. Oh. We need more / less reviews, which is. I'm mad it took me so long to see that. Okay. Want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary review schedule. But I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, more water heaters. Charts need to be more hip to the appeal. Need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Travis, read one word at a time. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. this game is ridiculous. Big net. Okay. I interesting. My hope is that so when I was reading this, I was wondering, was he drawing this as he was talking, or was he writing these out as he was talking, or she, sorry, it's both. Did they come in before the meeting and write all this in preparation for the meeting, or was this done organically? Like, wow, that took. I'm not proud of how long that took for my brain to choose that word. Yeah, did this happen as they were in the meeting and they were writing each of the bullet points? It feels like this is prep work. But why does it feel like it's prep work? Like the red feels very scribbly, like it's kind of happening. No, I'm not sure why the red and the blue. Like, I'll come back to that. $10, $20, $30. No more bins / trash cans. Renaming of the ideas on firing me. Ideas bin. Huh. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff in here. Okay. What do we got here? What do people want? Things. Violent James, you are fine. This is written like it's a paper, like in a notebook. versus it's like somebody editing happy feelings. Vi- okay, all right, interesting. Money, more money, things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs about things and money. We have our new product. Is that their product? Do they make graphs? Is that they just make content for the internet? Stripes requires more secondary research. Hmm. It was. I was like, it was funnier. Tim thought it was funnier, but it's losing its the ridiculousness of it loses its zest, or it's starting to lose its zest the more I sit with it. But let's see, to-do list, synergize core values, core value expenditures, shift global market. Mm-hmm. Help, I'm a post-it. Okay. Push for funding for R&D of new coffee machine. Okay. Standardize. Now I'm moving too much into analytical. I'm not just reading them. I'm trying to, or I'm not trying. I'm not trying. I'm imagining. What is this? I'm imagining somebody writing this. So I feel like these are all written out. This is the mystery I have to solve. I feel like these are written out. Oh, maybe not this one. This one feels like he drew. This one feels like they rip Fawns. France. Oh, do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. That's fair. There is. This one feels like they drew out the sketch. The what's the thing? The gra. It's not a graph. What is that called? This is now annoying. The table. That's it. Gee, he drew this table out and then wrote in it while people were here. Weekly targets, admin, offense efficiency. And then everybody was taking notes, graphs. All right, okay, all right. I feel like it was more exciting, but then it was same broom closet. Oh, oh, that's unexpected.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay, alright. Maybe it...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
See, this is the... contemplating, do I...
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Yeah, so what I was...
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, so I was debating, do I want to continue down the path of following orders like a good human to a T and not even bothering exploring, and then do one where I don't follow orders and explore? I'm not sure how... I am not sure how this is... Oh, is this... This is so dark. What... Hold on. Let me darken my room. This feels like a vibe that I want to be in. So I'm gonna see if I can... Oh, mother... Okay, here we go. No, there you go, this way. And then this is the... That's the darkness. Okay, alright. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I'm wasting electricity out here too. I deserve... Okay. Here we go. Alright, a little more in the vibe. Yeah, it's swinging. They'll calm down in a second. I feel more in the vibe. Wait, can I turn this off? Does this mess with my... Oh, you feel that? You guys feel it? Yeah, we're getting in there. Okay. Here we go. Oh, yeah, alright. I'm just gonna see what happens when I follow instructions.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Yeah. That's not... Okay. Oh, the footsteps. Hello? Hello? I gotta stop watching Let's Game It Out. He's influencing my mind.
Stanley walked
Oh my
steadily
god.
through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
A little bit. A little bit. A little bit. Okay, my... interesting. Interesting. No. Yeah, okay. Oh, fascinating. Oh, what do I choose to do? Because he didn't... I wasn't instructed to go in the mind control facility. I just read a sign that said mind control facility. Therefore, I have... Is my... Hmm. Mm-hmm. So why... So here's the question. Why is escape written on there? Who was it that escaped, came back, wrote that, and then was like, yeah, that's the way to escape, and then escaped again? That feels, if they were really trying to escape, what would... Was this later? Did they come back later? Or is this a trap? Or did someone write it and they got this far and they're like, oh, I have blueprints. This is the escape. Which means also, if there are any... Call 914 immediately. Is there a phone? Okay. So my we're gonna go with curiosity. I mean, I would try. Oh, the first playthrough. I better be able to play through this again. Okay. I swear, if I have to buy a brand new PlayStation just to do this again. Oh, shit. What's that? Oh, I was like, where am I looking? Yeah. Yo, this is... Oh. Yo, this is crazy. Looking into nothingness. Looking into utter blackness. It's not nothing. Because black is something. Black is something, America. Okay? Remember that. Oh. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh. Wow, we about to rock it now. This is like a rock concert. Well, there's about to be another... Oh. Like that graph. Lights, cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Fired?
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Damn. I don't remember my employee number. Because I remember seeing 420 and I got excited. And now I don't remember. No way, I don't remember. I mean, I could cheat and use technology, but that's not what we're here for. 234. Something. No, that's not it. Oh, I have a feeling that information. Oh, I'm gutted. I'm gutted. I don't remember.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Wow.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
But simply turning it off doesn't, because they could just turn it back on. If I want to actually put an end to it, I gotta blow this motherfucker up, right? I would be doing much more. I want to do much more destruction, I don't like. Breathe. I'm just gonna hit the off button. It's fine. It's fine. We'll see what happens.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
The the paradoxical is it? I wonder if that's the right nature of the narration, which is beautiful. Or has beauty in it. Well, the sentiment of letting go and not needing to know is one that I resonate with. Learning that there are some things that I won't understand. A lot of things, actually. Of all the things in this universe that there is to be understood, I will only understand the most minute fraction of it. So, in moments when I encounter things that are difficult for me to understand, I will do what I can to try and bridge the gap of my understanding. And accept if I am unable to bridge that gap. Which, as I say it, feels strange because, or not strange, but it is, as I say those words, my feeling is like, but I want to understand everything that I want to understand everything. I want to be able to understand everything. I want to understand everything that I understand. If this, hear me out. Hear me out on this one. So, I understand that my understanding of things isn't 100% accurate, because then I'd have to understand it from every possible angle, and that's not possible. But hold on. It's like if I said I do I use love? Like if I said I love, that feels like I'm going into a different set of territory. Hmm. This may take. I may not be able to. I may not be able to put this together right now, as I'm trying to connect this. I don't seem to have the language, so I'm going to retract that statement, and maybe I can make sense of it later. But yes, all in all, yeah. So what I do remember saying is that I want to understand I have this desire to understand everything, because everything can be understood, even if I'm, even if it's difficult for me to, everything does make sense. So I am, I would like to understand it in a way that makes sense, I guess. I'm getting a phone call. I'll answer it in a second. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. I'm circling the drains using understanding, and it's this has been this has been a rough draft, and I think I'm gonna go back to the drawing board on this one. I will say letting go, as some things are just beyond me, and I have to accept that. Especially when it comes to control, letting go of control. That's a really big one. However, him saying that, wow, this is what I was trying to do. This I wasn't even about that other thing. Him saying that, oh, I can just let go. I'm free never to do what I'm told ever again. Even by a voice that's aware that I'm hearing the voice. Well, if the voice is aware that I'm hearing the voice, then that is intentionally manipulative. Is that the, wow? Whoa, that was aggressive. Wait a minute. Then, yeah, saying that it's not manipulative. It's paradoxical. Oh my gosh, why did I go to manipulative? Oof. Okay. We'll think about that later. But yeah, telling someone all you have to do is listen to me, and you'll never have to listen to anyone ever again. It's paradoxical. So I'm curious to see what happens. It is, they got me with nature. Oh, you hear that? Oh, no. Of course I'm going in.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was
No,
happy.
it's not that they were meant to happen. It's just they happened because of everything that I did. Just makes sense that they would happen. Hey, we back. This is hilarious. 427. Oh. Yeah, of course, 420 on the same floor. Come on, if I would have thought. When I realize how much information was in the information that I had if I would have looked at the information that I had more closely.
All of his co-workers
427.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
Oh,
had simply missed a memo.
interesting. Hey, 'cause I've done all this. Not gonna touch any of those computers. Uh-huh. Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No. That's not what I want to do. Now we getting frisky. Somebody's gonna let me in one of these.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Ow, my hip.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
That's, that, I'm so old. My hip. Ow, my hip is hurting. Oh, wow. Okay, let's get some light back up in this. Let's light this up. Let's light it up. Oh, man. Oh, my hip is hurting. Oh, ow, my hip. Ow, my hip. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I am there. Why did I open the door? Light. Let there be light. I was blinded by the light. Alright, here we go. Oh, what's up, door? Oh, that door right there? Oh, nope. What's in here? What we got in here?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. It is incredible. Oh! Oh, no! What we got? What we got here? Oh, what? Well, I mean, how else do we...
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Huh. Wow. What a powerful lesson in... Interesting. Just did all that that talking about, yeah, letting go. There's so many things I can't understand. Being okay with that. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess I still agree with that, but also realizing, yeah, listening to
This is it,
this.
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Interesting. Interesting. Oh!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, Then pick up the phone. As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person, but if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Oh my gosh.
Excellent.
Is it 4:30? I'm supposed to have a back, snack, and crack.
Decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay. What am I even clicking? You get one for this, so I get one for spam walking, all these trophies.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
This is what I realized what was happening earlier. The conflict between what I was between what I was saying and what I was feeling. The truth that I will forever be in more ignorance than I will be in understanding does not mean I must, or does not, is not an excuse, or is not a reason for me to not seek to understand as much as possible. Or just to not seek to understand at all. Not even as much as possible. Just to not seek to understand. And it is all, as everything is, dependent upon the circumstances. It's all circumstantial. As if I had been, it depends on the state of mind that I'm in. If I've been tortured for X amount of time, my desire for freedom will, I would imagine, would supersede my desire for understanding. Sitting here playing a game, my understanding that I have multiple attempts at this. This isn't, I will do this however many times to gain a greater understanding of this game. So what Stanley would do in the moment is oh, interesting. What would I do if I was actually Stanley in the moment? That's the question. Or well, it's trying to imagine all the variables. But yeah, I'm not sure. Huh. I guess I couldn't be, because I can only imagine what I would do. Wow, all the way back,
Almost
huh?
there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
You think so?
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Why would... I like this game. I like this game a lot. Where does my curiosity take me? Am I more curious about what would happen if I continue to do a full rejection of the narration, or if I choose to move forward to the next point to then move forward, to then re-engage in the rebellion of the narrator's voice. Or the narrator, really, just in rebellion of the narrator's orders. We're gonna go double rejection.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
All right. All right.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? The story is not incorrect. How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down
Would
entirely?
you?
To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to. I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you.
Whoa.
You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just didn't see. It might impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley. He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I mean, come on. I got it now. We're in it. We're in it now.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly.
Oh.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
Well, now.
Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Now.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors.
I could feel the spirit of Let's Game It Out coursing through my veins. I gotta see what happens if I keep doing this. Oh.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always...
How many is that? 3? I'm gonna start keeping a counter.
Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
That's 2 quick black screens. It's the second time I've done it. Let's try. Let's see here, maybe. Again. That's 3. What?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
4.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting.
We're gonna go to 10 and see what happens.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
Maybe I'll go to 20.
You'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh! I'm better.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Does that one change as well?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's see.
No!
Boom.
Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Wow. Did it? Oh, it didn't. It didn't. Ah! 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 Oh. All right. Well, I got to 8.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There's no downstairs stairs? Okay.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. I'm too sexy for my
Stanley
shirt.
spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Dolphin 511.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Your mom was a calculator.
Okay, fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story
I'm not
seriously.
Aretha Franklin.
If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Whoa.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Whoa.
Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose.
Fascinating. I didn't even think
This is more important than you
to not make a
I
choice.
need this. The story needs it. So,
Whoa.
You hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Huh. Wow. Interesting. Interesting.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I didn't even think. I
When
don't.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Have to make a choice. I'm going to, because my curiosities. But wow. Just because I'm given 2 choices doesn't mean there are only 2 choices. Wow. Wow, Stanley Parable, this game is killing it. Oh, Shnikey Wikeys. Huh.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did the doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite
If I'm
shocked to
dreaming,
Stanley.
I don't have
After
to take
all,
responsibility
he knew
for
certain,
myself.
beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Interesting. Having a woman in a video game talk about how real she is. Ho! Ho ho! This game is fun. This game is very, very fun. I gotta...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed...
How long? Hour and 37. Played this game for almost 2 hours. Wow. How am I feeling?
a memo.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a break from this. Use bathroom, get food, go do stuff. Yeah, this has been fun. This game is great. I'm very looking forward to coming back to this game. And streaming it. This has been really, really fun.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Was it Childish Gambino? His name was Donald Glover. Why did I do that?